Welcome to the Novice and Curious channel. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give a thumbs up. It really helps us out and keeps you updated on all our latest content. Now let's come to our topic today. Imagine a world where prices never rise, where your dollar today holds the same value tomorrow, next month, and even next year. Sounds perfect, right? Then, welcome to the concept of zero inflation, a fascinating economic scenario that, while appealing, remains an elusive myth. Today, we're diving into why achieving zero inflation is more complex than it seems. A world without inflation is theoretically possible, but practically challenging to achieve and maintain over an extended period. Inflation, defined as the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services is rising, and subsequently, purchasing power is falling, is influenced by various economic factors. Here's why a complete absence of inflation is unattainable. 1. Economic growth. Economic growth often comes with some level of inflation. As economies expand, demand for goods and services increases, which can push prices up. Completely avoiding inflation would require perfectly balancing supply with increasing demand, a difficult task given the unpredictability of economic activity. 2. Monetary policy. Central banks use monetary policy to manage economic growth and inflation. Setting interest rates too low can lead to excessive money in the economy, increasing inflation. Conversely, high interest rates can reduce inflation but also slow economic growth. Finding a perfect balance to maintain zero inflation is challenging. 3. Cost-push inflation. This occurs when the cost of production inputs, like raw materials and wages, increases. Companies often pass these cost increases onto consumers in the form of higher prices. To avoid inflation entirely, an economy would need to prevent any rise in the cost of inputs, which is difficult due to external factors like global commodity prices and domestic wage pressures. 4. Demand pull inflation. This type of inflation happens when demand for goods and services exceeds supply. To maintain zero inflation, supply would need to increase at the same pace as demand, which is hard to achieve due to production constraints, labor shortages, or technological limitations. 5. Imported inflation. For countries that rely on imports, international price increases can lead to domestic inflation. A country would need to be entirely self-sufficient or able to perfectly hedge against currency and price fluctuations to avoid this, which is not feasible for most economies. 6. Expectations of inflation. Inflation expectations can become self-fulfilling. If businesses and consumers expect inflation, they may act in ways that contribute to it, such as demanding higher wages or raising prices. Managing these expectations to consistently expect zero inflation is extremely challenging. While low and stable inflation is a goal for many economies, aiming for a consistent zero inflation rate could lead to other economic issues, such as deflation, a general decline in prices, which can have negative effects on economic growth and employment. Therefore, while a world without inflation is a theoretical possibility, in practice, economies aim for stable and predictable inflation rates that support long-term economic health. So this brings us to the end of the video. Thanks for sticking around. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe for more insights into our adventures. Until next time.